Hello and welcome to the Fanime Podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm Marinia.
I'm Tenchi Hanka.
And I'm Corey, and Melancholic Doves. I make the antagonist. Hi.
Okay. Yeah, so Corey is our special guest today. Not really special, kind of like last minute, hey, do you want to do this? We only have 3 people guest. So thank you very much for doing this and being here and stuff like that. But anyway, I say this every week, I'm going to say it this week too. There were a lot of episodes, but since we kind of went off schedule, well, what I wanted to do, I adjusted the schedule. So now we're going to have 3 weeks to discuss instead of 2. So there are even more episodes than usual.
Yeah, and there were already a lot of episodes.
Yeah, there are already a lot.
Too. I'm surprised, although at the same time, it's kind of the usual stuff, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, over the last 3 weeks, what were your guys' favorite episodes?
A lot to choose from then.
My favorite is definitely Magical Border Patrol. It's like my favorite Fanime ever.
I see.
Yeah. I don't know, they really improved their animation, I think. And I've sent them like little PMs, and they're really open to critique and stuff like that. And they're working on the next one, and it's so exciting. I love that series so much.
I really liked Kawaii Schoolgirl episode 11, and I know you were working on it for a really long time, and it paid off. And also Magical Girl School episode 6. And both had also very improved animation. Like, just the overall quality of the serious project seems to have just like risen over the past like month.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Super
I would have
nice.
to say that too. And I also like the daily life of Morpheo.
I guess I have to choose one now. I never prepare an answer for my own questions. But, wow. I'm gonna go with Censor Chan.
No.
It was pretty cool.
Was it?
Yes. A little.
Tried to be.
You're so nice, Corey. I couldn't make it. Like, there was something like a really annoying sound or something at the beginning, and I think I like after 20 seconds I was like, I can't.
Were
do
there
this.
sound effects in that?
I just remember there being something that sounded very annoying to me, and I ended up I think there was like a static sound or something.
I think they had like their little
Oh,
channel
yeah.
intro thing, but the rest of it was like completely silent, if I recall. Like,
And the channel intro scared me away.
there weren't even like subtitles. No, there were subtitles, I think, but there weren't like any kind of sound effects. It was all just silent.
Must have been the intro. I'm sorry. I didn't see any of it.
Don't worry, censored.
It's all censored.
Yeah. I should have like prepared a percentage of how many of the releases for the last 3 weeks have just been like troll parody stuff.
Like 60.
That's a pretty high percentage. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely most of them.
But the ones that weren't were all really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2.0 looked nice too. I don't know the universe that it's set in, so I really can't. Not a fan of Beautiful.
I don't know. See, I can't say for 2.0 so much because they haven't done that much with the canon universe yet. But with the original one, it really didn't play by the rules that it was supposed to. And also, I mean, like, I guess it's kind of like a fan spin-off kind of thing, so it doesn't necessarily have to, but like I remember definitely in the original movie they had basically all the main characters as kids, and they killed some of them off. Like,
Oh no.
when a lot of the characters in that series do die, but obviously not as children.
That's so sad.
And just like general stuff like that. But I don't know, 2.0 is definitely headed in a different direction, and it's definitely a major improvement over the original.
It did look
Yeah.
really good. I was slightly confused for like half of it, but I mean, like, the quality of it, like the angles and stuff like that, I think it was pretty rad. So it kept me interested in that perspective.
Yeah, my main concern with it is that maybe the story might not make complete sense to people who don't know the universe.
Yeah,
That would be me.
I cannot
Yes.
follow it.
I couldn't follow it, but it was still really cool for me.
Yeah, the improvement was really nice to see after all the years.
Yeah, I like the I don't even know what to really. I guess not so much the shading, but something about the way the colors were like washed out, so it looked like.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Ish.
What is that called? You know what that's called? Like the filter, I
Oh.
guess. The
Oh,
filter.
yeah, the filtering. Yeah. It was tactful.
It made it look very dramatic
Mm-hmm.
instead of just like very bright MS Paint default colors like everything else.
Yeah.
It had a really good tone to it, art-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess starting from the top, we've got I'm a Magical Girl episode 2.
Spooky. I
Spooky,
think.
scary.
Yeah, a little late for Halloween. I don't know, it seemed kind of a strange direction to take a second episode, just to like go for that, because it kind of seems like a filler type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More so, but hey, you know, whatever, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, it was just
No, that's pretty good.
not what you would expect from a second episode, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
At least it took a different direction, though.
Yeah,
That's true. No more.
I guess it's pretty normal for a second episode to be kind of like filler. Because usually they establish everything in the first episode, then the second episode is just like, okay, well, here's characters doing random stuff.
Yes.
I don't know. It wasn't really pre-established like that, but maybe. I don't even know for sure, actually.
I feel like that's kind of how I'm a Magical Girl has been so far, though. It's like, it's not bad. It's just is. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like,
But
I
at the
don't
same
know.
time, it's like it's one of those things where it's not necessarily supposed to be great.
right.
It's just kind of like meeting halfway. It's like, okay, not going to try too hard on this. We'll make it look decent. But just by the first episode alone, like you can tell there's obviously elements of just parody-ish. I don't really care that much in it.
Right. It looks like a fun project, at least.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Creators having fun, which is nice.
Yeah, and it's
And if
not
they're having
bad to
fun,
watch.
it's
So
okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. It's not painful, which is great. Like, I liked watching it.
So yeah, pretty good all around. Magical Border Patrol we talked a little bit about, but anyone want to elaborate on that?
I don't know how much the main character likes to magic around. Keeps on magicking around the place. No, but in all seriousness, it sort of went in a direction where it's like, it was kind of dramatic, but I feel like maybe the music was like overshadowed by some of the sound effects. There were really loud sounds, and in comparison, the music was quiet. So
Well, I think they re-uploaded it with fixed audio, so I don't know when you
Yeah,
watched it.
I
but
only
that
saw
could've
it
been
back
fixed.
then when it wasn't fixed. So
Yeah,
I
it's
just
fixed
couldn't
now.
hear the music.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw the fixed version because I don't remember that.
Me
But
too.
there was, I really should have rewatched it since it's been 3 weeks, but I just remember a few of the animations being a little like out of place.
Yeah, I do. I appreciated that. I think it was in like the second scene where they were making really small like head gestures and stuff like that while they were talking, and it was like small but really appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
As for the general story, like I really like how the characters interact. Like I really want to see more of them. Like they're OT3.
Yeah.
What?
I just think they're so cute, like that trio of people. Like I want to see how they interact in the future now that they know that Jake is whatever he is.
Well, yeah, I guess I like that too, though.
It's definitely very interesting. I like the direction it's going. Whereas,
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Agreed.
And like they've improved a lot since episode 1. Like I feel like
Yeah.
the style was experimental and it wasn't quite working in episode 1, but I feel like episode 2 they figured some of the things out, like the little minor things that made it more awkward in episode 1, but it like sat really well with my eyes in episode 2. It was nice to see.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Neko Girl. With its
How to feed your cat.
unparalleled 4 episodes in 1 week. I said I was going to watch the latest 2. I'm pretty sure I did not. But I watched the first 2, and I think that was enough.
She would probably continue to feed her cat.
It was a perfect video.
Stunning, 30 seconds long.
Oh, I skipped Daily Life of Morpheo. Episodes 1 and 2. Thoughts?
Or fail. We are in public.
Put on a shirt.
Put on a shirt.
Morpheo, what are you doing? That is not how you use a faucet. Wait for it. Oh.
Nice. We just quoted the whole series right there.
Yeah.
We literally did.
It was surprisingly, like, genuinely funny because when I first opened it up, I was like, ugh, and then I laughed at everything that was supposed to be funny. So
It's just so stupid that
It's
it's,
so stupid.
actually funny.
It worked.
And it doesn't take, like, it knows what it is. Like, it goes very quickly. It's like, just gets to the joke, and that's it. Like,
I guess the thing is that it's not necessarily trying to be bad. It's actually serving us a joke, you know?
yeah, and it's doing it efficiently. Like, it's not waiting 5 minutes to set up, just one joke that's not that great. It's just like, okay, this joke is 30 seconds long. That's how long it's going to play.
yes. Which, speaking of which, reminds me of, what is it, No Weenies Allowed, because the funniest
yeah.
part was at the very end.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that, too.
I didn't even get that, though. Like, what is that?
No idea.
What hurt fuck me?
It's just really off the wall. Just because I did find it really funny just because you don't expect it. It's just like, oh, okay. And then it's over. Like, it's better just because it's the end.
Yeah, I guess it's good to end in, like, a high note.
But that was kind of like the one joke that they had the entire series. It was just like stuff was happening, someone says something unrelated.
I want her to.
But at least it had its moment, I guess. All right. Really isn't much to say about Kino and Boots episode Turkey.
It's cute.
It is.
Hippie tank Divern. That's all I have to say.
I felt like I should include it in the episodes just because it says it's an episode, but it's more like a meme.
Oh, man.
But I don't think anyone else is going to do it, sadly.
No.
It would be pretty funny if
Next
people did, though.
Thanksgiving.
Just, like, do a Thanksgiving meme all throughout the year when it's not even Thanksgiving.
Really funny. People that don't celebrate Thanksgiving
Yeah.
doing it.
Tank Divern.
People that don't even know what Thanksgiving is, or, like, Canadian Thanksgiving or something. Just
Well, I mean, like, we can, like, spin it up, like, be dressed up as a bunny for Easter. Episode bunny.
episode funny.
Episode corn.
Yeah.
Right.
I want episode corn to be a thing. I really do. I really do.
I'm so sorry.
Because I don't know if people realize, but like it wasn't my thing. I stole that joke. Like episode corn is a Tara Luchas thing.
It is. And it's unlisted. It came from a stream I did like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
and
it was you and Avalia, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was me, Avelia, and another friend and her boyfriend. And we were all on a call on this stream. And just somehow it was like 3 a.m. and everyone's a little loopy. And just this came out of nowhere. And episode corn, Tara Luchas was born.
Incredible.
Weren't there like stakes everywhere and
Yeah, something happened with steak. There was. I don't even remember. I have to go look.
it was just like some random Japanese phrase and a shoda, and then it was like corn and steaks everywhere.
So stupid.
It was the best. No, there was one of the lines from the series. It was like it played off of the actual show, but the scene was
It was
just
a line
line
from
art.
"She Is Gone" from 2004 or something like that. The
No,
2004.
like one of their voice actors' dialogue lines, you just spliced into it. So it was like the guy said something, and then it showed a kid, and he just like said something in Japanese.
Oh yeah.
It's probably not nearly as funny to anyone who doesn't know, who hasn't seen it. But
Oh, it's super stupid,
I
but
don't remember.
it happened.
that was like 2-3 years ago. It was a while, but anyway, welcome to the Panties Warfront.
That was good.
That was really good.
Was nice. I remember it being hard to tell there's this one quiet character. I had to rewind to that because I had a hard time
Was there?
listening to what they were saying.
Because there were only 3 voice actors.
The one on stage, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
she
don't
was
even
really
recall.
quiet, and I couldn't tell what she was saying at first.
Oh.
But yeah, otherwise it was really nice, I guess.
A very strange concept, but it's about what I'd expect from Hikatsu Kyokai.
Yeah. Definitely.
Another
this.
strange concept was Pack is back.
Back
Sorry,
is back.
I don't even know what direction that's going.
Pack
The
is
best
back.
direction.
Well, Pack came back, so yeah.
Yes.
The title has run out of influence. I don't know what's gonna happen now.
The voice actors are really great in that series, I think.
Just like
Just a
Luigi's
collection of
Mansion,
letters.
like horse sounds, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's like that professor from Luigi's Mansion. It's like the voice of the girl.
I forgot about that part. Tokyo Fetish Mew episode 4? Question mark.
So many references.
So many references.
That was the one with the
appreciate
museum, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the beach episode hasn't come out yet. I don't know why. I was...
Yeah, that is not out yet. But spoilers.
I guess there's a shipping that's going to happen.
Akane X everyone.
Pretty much.
And we already talked about No Weenies Allowed.
Yeah.
Cotton Candy, episode 7, part 2, now with voice actors. Well, it had them in 7, part 1 as well, but you know.
Yeah.
Main character is Rapunzel.
Her hair is incredible.
Yeah.
Not the good kind of incredible.
Well, I liked it. Animation is looking nice and everything.
Yeah, it's still Cotton Candy. It's always looked pretty nice and stuff. The plot is a little... I don't fully understand the plot, honestly. Well, I don't know what... There isn't really that much plot to understand. It's just kind of like, hey, magical girls, and hey, evil dudes, and then something about like a high school that blew up. Oh, wait, no, the high school didn't blow up. It burned down. There was a gas leak and the high school burned down
Oh.
Sad day.
Yeah.
instead of blowing up like a gas leak should. Like, what kind of gas was leaking that it burned down? But yeah, I don't. It still feels like the episode parts are cut a little too short. Because like 2 minutes is, it's easy to watch 2 minutes, but when the next episode part comes out, I'm not going to remember what happened in the last 2 minutes just because it's such a short amount of time. Like, I feel like you really had to
Yeah.
watch the whole episode all at once to really get the full effect.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Although I can understand, like, you wouldn't want to wait so long
Yeah,
to show your content, so I can understand that.
Especially since she has like a precedent set that she gets episode parts out pretty quickly, so at this point it's keeping up with that.
Mhm.
and we've come to Magical Girl School, episode 6.
Also, very quick.
Yes. She is always quick. Shayna.
Yeah, it's been like a month and a half since episode 5.
Wow. And there was so much animation in this one.
There was.
Nice.
Yeah, the hero episode.
Hero, the hero.
One quote in particular that I like. I happen to know for a fact that every magical girl on both teams are great. They do their best, and their best will always be good enough.
Hero,
Hero went
savior of old ladies.
Yes.
Old lady's my favorite character.
Old lady's so cute.
Kisaka.
Was that Kisaka?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It was.
I didn't even know.
Really?
so
Kisaka's my favorite grandma.
Best grandma.
Speaking of Kisaka, we haven't talked about Tokyo Crystal Mew this week.
Oh no.
Tokyo
It
Crystal
hasn't come
Mew
out with anything.
It is the best.
Aliens.
Oh yeah.
Aliens
That's not
on
really even
strong
related,
love.
but yeah.
Is it not? I don't know.
She always
I
gets
thought
mad though because Kisa, she says like, "You guys always mention TCM every single podcast." And I'm like, "Yep."
Yes.
And
like-
Lenrin Twin, like I usually somehow I don't know how I always bring up Lenrin Twin, and I don't even mean to. It just happens. So there's your Lenrin Twin for this podcast. I'm pretty sure both of those things have been in every single one so far. Anyway, Tokyo Mew Mew Doki Doki.
It's okay. I can't tell if it's serious or not because it looks like art done by a younger person and not done by a more experienced person that is trying to attempt to draw what they think a
think it's
younger person would draw. Yeah. I don't know. It's so hard to tell anymore.
I think it is genuinely genuine and stuff.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
genuine.
Don't really have a lot to say about it. I know I watched it, but
I know it went
I
by
feel
really
like I
quick.
don't
It was
want.
like-
I feel like I haven't seen it.
I know. I remember watching it, but it was only like what 2.5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Ah. That would explain
It
why.
ended on nothing. I can't remember.
I remember one
remember.
like there was like a little line, and it was only on screen. It was like a really long piece of text. It was only on screen for like a half a second,
Hmm.
so I had to pause to read it.
What did it say?
I have no idea.
Nice. All right, that leads us to Flanjo Puff Gaze. Okay, moving right along. Unsprung Love episode 2. I believe we talked about this a little bit already, but
That was cute.
well, we briefly mentioned it actually. We didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
It was super cute. I loved it.
Thank you and have a nice day.
It didn't sound like you at all.
See, you're not the first person that said that, but I don't know.
I didn't catch it either, actually. I did not even register that as your voice.
I feel like it still sounds exactly like me, just like high pitch Evan.
Yeah. We're so used to low pitch Evan. It was weird.
It's like
Weird.
high pitched peppy Evan as compared to Evan.
Oh, God.
But super cute. There's not much to say. I mean, like, I just really like the series,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and the character interaction's really cute, and I want to see more. But that's it.
Yeah, it's written really, mostly pretty well, which is I'm not expecting anymore because a lot of the character interaction Fanime have kind of been like a little lackluster in my
yeah.
opinion lately. So this is really refreshing to see.
Yeah, it's like the plot's really, really simple, and I think that's refreshing in itself, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like warm-hearted, and I like that.
Yeah.
It's like a happy, like there's so many series that take a dark twist lately. So
Oh, yeah.
it's like this is just genuinely like nice, which is
Yeah.
yeah.
Just wait till you get to episode 5.
Oh,
That's when
No.
low pitched Evan shows up.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. That probably doesn't happen.
no.
Low pitched Evan.
So this one's technically not new, but Aliens episode 1.
I couldn't understand what's happening.
It was really something.
The octopus.
It's getting
Yeah.
remade.
Very cute. That's
Super
it.
queen.
That's all.
Tubu Queen, yes.
My wife. Flower Power episode 2. The triumphant return of Chris Harry.
I genuinely enjoyed somewhat like Flower Power episode 2, especially compared to Flower Power episode 1.
Oh yeah, episode 2 made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
There was a huge difference in like
Huge
literally everything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Usually, like, that would be the first episode, and the second episode would be stabbing Chris Harry, but
It's
it's
not.
like usually you establish things before you just run away with them. They blew up all the yaoi in the library.
Very sad.
Very tragic day for them.
Extremely tragic. So, Enchant Guardian, I don't even remember.
Lots of bright colors.
Because I remember nothing about Enchant Guardian. I watched it yesterday.
Yes. I think I watched it at the same time as you. I remember the opening was literally like 2 minutes of the same 3 frames.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember everything about it now. And there was like a weird purple dude in the school. It was a big donut.
Yes.
It was still pretty weird. I don't really have much to say about it.
Yeah. There's not really much to say.
Censor-chan.
Did we talk about Censor-chan?
Briefly.
Oh.
There isn't
You
really
did
much to
very
say about that either.
It's
Very
funny, there's so many
actiony.
episodes and not much to say.
Yeah, and that just leaves Kawaii Schoolgirl episode 11.
Oh,
I watched that like 6 times.
That's like an hour.
Good.
she doesn't see the problem.
For different reasons. Like it shows up in my recommended, and I'm like, well, I already watched it twice. I'm just gonna watch it again, or like just watch like a little bit of it and then click off, and then I end up watching like the entire thing.
I watched the completed version like once,
Sad.
maybe
Wow.
twice.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good. Like
I haven't seen a fight scene that like good in a long time.
Yeah.
I felt like after I made it, the fight scene in the episode wasn't as long as I thought it would be.
I guess that makes sense. After staring at it for like 4 months.
Yeah. Usually when you work on something for that long, it starts looking really drab.
Yeah. Or like just how much time you've put into it, so
Yeah,
then you
not
look
crazy about it. I'm just glad that it's done so I can make the next episode.
Yay.
So rest assured that I love it.
Me too.
But anyway, updates. Any notable updates you guys would like to call out for the last 3 weeks? Or just things that are being worked on right now?
Thing I can say now is that I'm glad the Orca Fanime is being worked on again
Yes.
because she was sick, I guess.
Yeah, it's really good to see that, see more posts about that again.
Because she was gone for a while, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, I think she was in the hospital.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess.
Eru! No. Trying to see what else.
Otherwise, Tokyo Magic Star started posting updates again recently, so we might see
Yes.
episode 7 sometime soon.
Yes, Maxine. We're waiting.
How long have we been waiting?
When's episode 7 coming out, Maxine?
Oh, we can mention Wing.
Wing?
Wing, the song Wing.
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
I have that downloaded. It's on my phone. I listen to it. I love it.
It's so good.
It is. It's really good.
Really good. I need to like pay Maxine to make music for me. Please.
I know what we can talk about. Let's talk about character cards.
Oh god.
Ooh, there's so many.
No, please,
So
let's
many.
not. Character cards, why?
Let's go over each one individually. I'm excited.
Alright, well, my magical girl Chan. Chan is a weird word, because I feel like I should say it Chan, because that's the proper-ish way to say it, but I don't want to, so I say Chan, but that just sounds stupid.
Jackie Chan, Chan, Chan.
Chan, 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 Chan. Chan, 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 Chan.
But yeah, with all these character cards, we'd better be seeing a lot of like episodes coming out.
Yeah, right?
Like,
Expecting now.
it's really kind of a shame though when I think about stuff like that, because if I look back at like the early Fanime updates and then see all the, updates and stuff just works in progress, and then look at it now, a lot of them just are gone now.
It's so true.
Like even ones, there were a lot that were officially canceled, but some just like disappeared. Like,
They might still be working, just not posting about it.
Or maybe
I
it's
don't
just
know.
really slow because school and stuff.
Right.
yeah.
Hopefully.
But now that it's like almost-ish winter break-ish, that means activity's gonna bump up, hopefully, a little.
So excited.
Hopefully. There are a lot of things I would like to see more of, like Cyber Witch is definitely one of them. That comes to
Cyber
mind.
Witch looks
Definitely.
good. Yeah.
Rainbow Palette, haven't heard anything about in a while. A few weeks anyway.
They're around. They've been on the forums, so they've probably just been busy with school and everything.
Yeah, it hasn't been quite as long with them, but I'm just naming the ones off the top of my head because I can't think back to like March when everything started.
True.
I wish I'd come up with some better examples, but not that those are bad examples. They're very recent.
Yeah.
So other than character cards, there have been a lot of MAPs lately as well.
So many.
And like half of them are not even gonna be finished.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds really negative, but I know it's not gonna happen.
It's probably true, sadly. Like, there were a lot that started like midsummer, early summer that were supposed to be done by now that never finished, and I don't
Yeah.
know what happened to them. Some that I was a part of,
Oh,
and let me tell you, never finished my parts for them. I'm
yeah.
a terrible
You're
person.
the problem, Evan.
I am.
There's a saturation of them, and that's what the main problem is.
Yeah,
Is there's
there's
just
so
too many. So like
Did
people
3
have.
of them open recently?
Yeah, like this week, 3 more opened.
Yeah.
We don't need that many.
It's disappointing because I really wanted to like I've been thinking about holding one actually for like the past year or two because like I have friends that are in like animal communities and stuff where it's really popular. So like I thought of
Yeah.
holding one, but now there's too many. Like no one's gonna want to join or finish their part because they already have so many other obligations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So sad. Oh, Chalk Dust. I just watched the work in progress, and that looks really nice.
Yeah, I remember watching the original Chalk Dust opening, but when I saw that it was being remade, I mistook it for something else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and now I can't remember the name of the other thing.
I mean, the other one was still called Chalk Dust, but
No, there was something else like I was mistaking it for.
oh,
I just remember like one specific animation of a guy like with his hands in his pockets just kicking the heck out of another guy, and they're just like flying backward through action lines, if you know. Does that sound familiar?
Trying to think where is someone kicking the heck out of someone else?
I really don't know. It's just, I remember someone in the comments was like, "Wow, that's like some of the greatest action I've ever seen in Fanime. No one ever does action." But it was a really old opening. It was like 2008, 9-ish or something. And there was something with a water fountain and just random crap like that. But that's really irrelevant.
Hello, Shayna.
Hi. Sorry, I could have come earlier, but I thought it was 7 that this was gonna start.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's early podcast today.
I see. So what is the topic right now?
We're just disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah. We're just disgusting. That's it. We're discussing just random updates. So since you're here, first of all, I'm going to ask you, for the past 3 weeks, what is your favorite episode release?
You know my answer.
Oh.
Kawaii Schoolgirl, of course. For real though, it was the best. I stayed up 40 hours for that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
I know. I know I shouldn't have. But once it was 24 hours, I was like, I might as well just stay up until it's out. I thought it would be out soon. And then once it was 30 hours, I'm like, I've come too far to stop now. So I just and then I ended up waiting 10 more hours.
I told you I was gonna go to work and you should just
I
sleep. There was no reason to stay up.
I was so afraid that I wouldn't be awake for it. I was so afraid. Because I wanted to see it first thing, like when it first came out.
It's not that serious.
I know, but I don't know why I did it. It just kind of happened.
Well, I guess in return I did see Magical Girl School episode 6 first thing, but I did not stay awake 40 hours for it.
Well, you were online anyway at the time.
Yeah, it happened to be convenient. See?
Yeah, and it was like... Actually, it was like right on the hour you said to be done. You were like, you have 8 hours. And that ended up being 2 o'clock, and it ended up being done at exactly 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah, because that was right when I was making Fanime Update.
Yeah. I was like, I'm finishing it this week! Because it would have just sucked if I finished it on Friday and then Fanime Update was just already done.
Yeah, and then you gotta wait a week.
Don't really care, but
Yeah.
I was just like, if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be now. But the bad thing was, I was supposed to be done Thursday, but the sound effects were taking a little while. So then I just went to bed and woke up on Friday, and my monitor wouldn't turn on, and I was like,
Sad day.
no. No. I was finally able to turn it on, because, like, the button was stuck. Like, now I just have a piece of tape over it to remind me not to press it again.
Maybe because it was on for 40 hours.
No. It's the button is like it was jammed. This has happened to me in the past where I jammed the button because I just pressed the button so hard when I turn my computer on and off. It's a bad habit.
You turn your monitor off?
Yeah.
Like mine turns off automatically.
Well, not mine.
I never turn my monitor off.
Like what?
Is that not a thing? That's a thing.
Yeah, like you just gotta turn
It
it off.
automatically shuts itself off.
And the computer turns
This
off.
is very
Yeah.
normal.
That is
What kind of monitor are you using?
one that turns on and off.
I guess.
I mean, it has the color of the button turns from green to orange, but then you just press the button and it's just colorless, and that's when it's really off. Then, in my
It goes
opinion.
into standby mode. It doesn't have to be turned off. But anyway, we're very off topic.
Sorry.
So speaking of updates, I guess I'll go ahead and ask you, Shribbit.
I wasn't able to take notes this time.
Good.
Oh,
Updates over the
no.
last 3 weeks. What do you like the most or are looking forward to the most?
See, this is why I need notes. I don't know. Like, I can't remember the things. Like, I always check the updates on Tumblr, but I can never remember what's out and the names of things.
I see.
If anything, I'm just really excited for the next episode of Kawaii Schoolgirl to be out by the end of the month.
There aren't any updates on that. You're not allowed to.
I don't care.
Cheating.
I don't care. I know it's supposed to. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna give it a shot though. Give it my all. Ooh,
I'd be
Good.
impressed.
Gouda.
really can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
More Kiwi, please. I love Kiwi. She's so cute.
I'm so upset that I missed the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't really watch much else except for Kawaii Schoolgirl.
But on the subject of like releasing an episode this month, what would be the fastest show to release, excluding Magical Girl School?
I would say, the thing that Kisa made, Unstrung Love. That was
Unstrung Love's pretty fast,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's pretty
but
cool.
just in general, doesn't have to be recent. Like I guess
Magic
by that
Heart.
logic, anything that Magic Heart and Shikinagi animations.
Right.
But I think they worked on theirs, Anthony, I'm pretty sure he was the one that did most of the work, but worked on them ahead of time and then released them weekly. But that was probably the fastest release schedule, because they had a set day that they would come out on Sukidesu and Quest, that is, and just they would come out every day that week, every week on that day. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know Jungle Book was relatively fast. It was like usually a month or two between episodes.
I never looked at the dates for those. I watched it after it was done.
Oh, you're not hip. I was watching while I was still posting.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Actually, like, not even 10 minutes ago, I was making fan art of that with my sister downstairs.
No,
So.
what a coincidence.
Yes, coincidence. Except I left it downstairs, so.
But are there really any others like shows that release really, really regularly like that?
Cotton Candy.
Cotton Candy, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But these are like parts of episodes and not necessarily full episodes.
It's
Right.
still episode
It's
content.
still something, yeah. It's
Yeah.
still a release. But
Tokyo Fetish Mew, kind of.
Yeah, it releases, I mean, as compared to things that are taking a really long time in the beginning of the making, you know?
granted,
Yeah.
that's not a show that really
True.
takes a long time to make.
True.
Like,
That is true.
It counts slightly.
I mean, look at Neko Girl. That released 4 episodes in a week.
Head. Oh no.
It's the best. Yeah, but that's something I would really like to see more of, though. Just shows that release really quickly. Because that's like probably the thing we need most is just more episodes, just more stuff to watch, just shows that continue.
Definitely.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens after episode 1 or episode 2 or something. We need more content.
Twist of Fate looks good.
Which one's Twist of Fate again?
There's a dude and he's sitting in the forest and he's a dude.
Like the poster that they posted fairly recently. It's like this, it's kind of it looks fantasy action to me.
Yeah.
Could you link it? I must have missed it, or
Okay.
if you could find it.
Yeah, it's right here. I'll show you the poster. I think it looks really good. It really reminds me of my old stuff that I used to make. I mean, not in the whole fantasy regard, but the whole action type and the characters. I don't know. I really like it. Like
this
that's
one.
something.
Oh, yeah, this looks
That
fun.
looks really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a preview for it somewhere where it shows like 5 seconds of animation, but it looks really nice. So
Let's
Here,
see.
here's the link to that, or if that is really, it's just the preview. So
5 seconds. I love fantasy genre, so I love seeing more of that because there's not a lot of it.
there really isn't.
yeah, I like it, but I would never be able to do it.
I think it's kind of like a super, because especially if it takes place in another universe, there's a lot of world building, which is just a whole other animal outside of character development.
Yeah,
This looks nice.
You can't just say like, oh, it's New York. You have to say, oh, it's Hodgeville. And I needed a name, and like,
too.
oh, and this is the government, and this is how social classes and structures work here, and blah blah blah, the currency and just stuff like that.
It's so true.
Hodgeville is a very complicated place.
Hodgeville.
It
Hodgeville will
definitely
make a
takes a lot more
cameo.
planning.
Purple Twin Towers always looks good. I doubt I'll ever watch it because of the whole German thing.
Well, see, I know that Sweet Gigi Sama was going to have Shiss and Gist translated so that there are English subtitles.
Yeah.
So I assume the same thing will eventually happen to Purple Twin Towers. At
Okay.
which point it'll be a lot more watchable.
Yeah. I look forward to that. I'd have to say Cats Hate Lemons. I really do. I like the style, and the main character looks really, I don't know. They look really cute, so
It's like a murder mystery, isn't it?
I don't
think
know.
that's what Tenchi said.
I don't know anything about it, but I know it looks really cute, so
It has nothing to do with cats or lemons. I know that for sure.
yeah. Is that the same thing that has the characters with really long eyelashes, or is it just made by the same person?
It's the same person, because long eyelashes is Maho Shoujo-chan.
Oh, okay.
And that's like Doki Kokoro-chan is the character with the eyelashes.
Okay. I'm always looking forward to Serenity Chronicles.
Yay!
Always, forever.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna take so long, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it for the story.
Mm-hmm.
So excited. She said she's gonna put a casting call out over, like she's starting it over the holiday break. So,
What's happening?
eh?
Yes. To my knowledge, though, she hasn't written episode 1 yet.
She's working on it. I think
Okay,
she
good.
was like halfway last night or
Oh,
something
good,
like that.
good.
Yes.
Because I know she had like episode 2 and on worked out pretty well, so, and she's
Yeah, I
like,
remember
I
her
just
talking
can't.
about like episode 5 and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wonder if I should try out.
Hmm.
I got a new mic that doesn't, or hopefully, I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm gonna see if it doesn't spike like this mic does.
Sounds like what you need is a pop filter.
What?
Pop filter.
I've literally never heard of that,
It's that little
so.
screen that goes in front of your mic so you can't puff
Huh.
on it. I'm talking into one right now.
Well, it's not like that's what happens. It's more like I do something really loudly and it spikes in the audio. Like I do a ton of lines in order to prevent the main lines that I take out from sounding terrible. So hopefully this mic is good. It's actually just a spare one that my dad had, so I'm just hoping that it'll be good.
I see.
So I might try out for that.
I might too. I don't know who I'd try out as, but I kind of
I don't know.
really badly.
The only character that I know of is Serenity, and I really don't want to try out for another main character.
I don't know that there are any characters that fit my voice type, so I probably will not end up trying out for that.
I bet
Yeah.
that character Daniel has a deep voice, but he doesn't show up till episode 5. So
Even just seeing all the characters, like I can't imagine any of them having I can't imagine voicing any of them. It just wouldn't. It would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
The connection is not there. Anyway, I saw a Salmon fan posted an ending for Scarlet Kiss.
What is
If
what
Oh,
is-
anyone
yeah.
remembers Scarlet Kiss, apparently Salmon fan made that. I did not know that.
what is Scarlet Kiss?
It was a vampire show a
I
long time ago.
I see the ending link, so
It had
I'll
one episode, and it's only available on Nico Video now. But let me tell you, great stuff.
Is it really
Oh yeah,
good?
I just remember like it's a girl and she's in love with this vampire guy.
Mm-hmm.
He kills her sister,
Oh dang!
and then they just make out like nothing
What?
happened.
Very
Okay, then.
cute.
It's
I'm really
great.
excited.
Yeah, great romance, A+. Yes.
And then Wonder Teleshi, always looking good.
Always looking interesting. I'm really
Yeah,
wondering what the
yeah.
connection between
Like,
all these
what do you
characters
have to-
is. Like,
yeah, they're all so different. So I'm like curious if she's going to bring them together. Although I'm not like worried about that though because she's really good with story.
yeah, it's just a curiosity.
Yeah.
Spooky Noodles, I am quite looking forward to
Oh
because
yeah, spooky noodles.
yes, because I am in love with one of the character designs. She is so cute.
Oh,
I love her so much. So much. I think her name is like Chloe. I think it's Chloe. Pretty sure. She has like dark hair, glasses. I can explain the whole outfit if you want. Freaking kawaii.
yeah, and I saw that. I remember a while ago we talked about my tricolor magic.
Ah, yes.
And recently, it seems like the creator has been aiming to greatly improve it.
Good.
Really?
Yeah. They really a few weeks ago they released a survey, just a public survey, like, hey, how do you feel about this and that, and all these different aspects about it. How do you feel about the
Oh, I
character
didn't know
interaction
that.
and like just the pacing and stuff like that. And
Is it still open?
I don't know. They recently opened a casting call as well, so they're
Yeah.
recasting most of the characters, so it's not just like one person voicing them. And I think a few
Which
other
will be
friends are
good.
involved too, but
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
guess they're really, really trying to like push that forward in terms of like general quality of it.
Good, because to be honest, like the concept of it is really good. Like I really like how everything works in it. It's just some certain things bothered me, so I
Right.
just
Yeah,
didn't
aspects of the
watch it.
production make it very hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
But
bit
I think-
slow. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if they are aiming to improve it, I think I'll enjoy it a lot more. So
Same.
that'll be good.
Yeah, and apparently shops are a thing now.
What?
Again.
Oh yeah, like the red bubbles and
Zazzle.
Zazzle.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I totally want one. I want to make Magical Girl school shirts because I don't even care about anyone else. I want them.
Right.
Give me a Magical Girl school shirt.
Yeah, so if that catches on, which I don't know, it might, then Fanime shirts might be a thing, but they're going through like it's not really a thing where you greatly profit off of it.
No, definitely not.
It's just like I
It's
want
like
it.
yeah, someone buys the shirt and then like the shop makes most of the money off of it, and then they give you like $1, maybe $3 if you're lucky. And so
I want a Care Bears Stars shirt.
you might have to bootleg that one.
I know. But that's what I really don't want to do because then I would technically be making money even though I would pay for the shirt. Because I would just design it for me to buy, and then I would pay for the shirt and then get $1 back for like, you know. But I feel like I would be cheating the person who made it, you know.
Well, there are other like design sites where you can like make your design just for you and not sell it publicly.
Oh, that's good. But I mean, I still feel like I would be
Even still,
cheating.
yeah. It's a-
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe I'd just draw the character
Draw it yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as good though. It wouldn't feel right. Like, no, that's my art. It should be original. The original. I am cold. Sorry.
I can't wait for my entire closet to be filled with Fanime shirts.
Right.
It's just the sad thing though is like I don't really like the shows that have the shirts out and stuff. Like I don't really watch them. That's the sad part. Like, oh, I totally could get this, but I don't really watch that show yet.
I don't know where I would wear Fanime shirts because no one would understand it. It would just like it would be kind of weird.
You'd be
Yeah.
like, what is that?
What is that anime you're wearing?
Yeah, what is
I'd
that
be like,
from?
I can imagine going to work with just like the dad shirt from Kisaka. Why do you have a badly drawn man on your shirt?
Well, let me tell you something.
Well, let me tell you something.
No.
yeah. Oh man. Other than Care Bear Stars, though, what's something that you would really like to have merch from?
Maybe.
Yeah, Jungle Book. I mean, it's not very original, but I would want something, like at least one thing from Elemental Goddess. I know it's not original, but
Interesting choice.
when I was younger, I loved Elemental Goddess so much.
Not judging you.
Okay, you. I love it. Okay.
I'm not judging you.
Okay, good. I would obviously want my own show. I would definitely want Terra Lucis shirts. I would say I think I would want Kawaii Schoolgirl shirts.
I second that.
Me too. Or
Yeah.
stickers, just like
Yeah, or
Stickers.
like
yeah, stickers.
yeah.
Like stickers.
What would you do with stickers? Like, what do people do
Stick
with
them
stickers?
on things.
What do you
Them
stick
on.
them on?
Like journals, diaries, stuff like that.
my
Well,
wall.
with my stickers, because I collect stickers.
don't
Yeah, I do
understand
too.
the
So like
stickers.
I
I
have this
don't.
big.
I don't
this
take
big
them off
folder.
the sheet. I just keep
Yeah,
them.
me neither. I mean, I don't do it often, but when I write letters, I stick stickers all over my paper. So
Write letters.
Yeah, look at. I've told you this before, Evan.
Have you? You write
I
letters?
write letters to people.
Oh yeah.
That's so
sometimes.
nice.
I
It's
haven't
so
done
weird.
it in a long time, like in months, but no, I used to write to this one person, and they actually sent me a bunch of art that I just have on my wall now. It's pretty awesome. It's really fun. So
it just seems so foreign to write a letter, to sit down and write
It's
on paper.
so fun. Like it's like you have something physical that someone took the time to write out, put a bunch of stickers or drawings on, and send the actual letter. And then you can like decorate the envelope with drawings. It's good. It's fun. I
don't think could say what I
recommend.
just thought of.
Oh,
What'd you
come
think?
on. You gotta tell.
I mean, how long does it take for a letter to like? It takes a while, right?
Oh, for a letter to get somewhere in like 2 days. Something like that. 2 or 3 days.
Oh,
It really depends on the time of year.
What'd you think of? What are you laughing at?
I was just gonna say, what if you wait like 2 weeks for a letter and it's just a dong?
What?
I,
I was thinking the same thing. Like,
Like,
if
they
I
just
ever
draw a
sent like
big-
a letter to like a best friend, it would just be like a piece of paper that says poop or something.
no, these letters that I would send were really there's a ton of information about each other on them. Like oh, what's your favorite show? What's your favorite character? All this type of stuff. And then there's stickers everywhere, and then there's drawings everywhere. And then it's like, oh, how was this day? Or like talk about her memory. Or like there's this one person that I used to write to. We used to send questions back and forth of just like just random stuff.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
not
fun.
like that. I would just send like random stupid stuff to mess with people, and then they would never write me back. That would be me.
Nah, it just, I don't know, it's fun. I still have a bunch of stamps too, like, cause I bought like a stamp sheet, and then I just stopped writing to people because we got too busy, so I
Those
have
people would be
like 5 or
proud.
6 stamps. Who, what?
Were you mad when the price of stamps went up like 3 cents?
No.
Were you one of those people that were mad?
No, I just said no. I literally didn't care. Like, what?
Okay, you're not
My
that
dad
old
is the
yet,
type.
then.
My dad is the type, like, he was like, I gotta buy them now so that so that they don't go up in price again.
But anyway,
Yeah, tough.
random thing, a completely unrelated topic, no transition here. Future Agents, the movie, is now recruiting animators.
Screams! That is something I would want merch from.
Yes, me too.
I've loved that since I was like 13.
I wonder how many people have applied already, if any.
Well, I haven't because of Magical Girl School, but you know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are so busy with other projects or just their own projects.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like, I know Pasu Teru. I hate saying
Yeah,
that.
like how did like they even find people to want to participate in that? Because
It
I
was
mean,
just like,
it's
hey guys,
ador-
let's make something cute, and people were like, okay. That
Yeah.
was
Like
it.
drawing cute
it's
things.
adorable. I can't wait
People-
for it. But
I think it's because there wasn't like a set story behind that project. It was kind of like, let's work together to make something cute, so people had like more input than they would, for example, if they worked on Future Agents, which already has like a set story made by Pilot Obvious. So I
Mhm.
think that idea of being able to contribute to like this big project and you can help with the characters and everything is what initially drew people to the Pasteru project.
Yeah.
I mean, Melty's art is always adorable, so I mean, I'm all for it.
I haven't heard anything about it though, so I kind of wonder like what's going
Yeah.
on with it because they don't
Yeah.
update regularly. I assume there's a lot going on in the group, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't make updates really.
Yeah, Melty and Gucci Beans, I think, is Shusu, but they're looking for voice actors right now, or they're like they're kind of getting everything together to look for voice actors. I actually still have to edit the script one more time because that's my job right now. But yeah, that's basically where it is. Is episode 1 is written out. I just have to do one more pass, and they're looking for voice actors. So
And I know Melty was also looking for colorists to help with the Space Ranger Reynolds Christmas special.
I really considered
Yes.
doing that. I really did, but then I was like, too busy.
At times like this, I wish there were like 5 of me.
There are also just a few people here and there that have been like, hey, would someone want to help me with my Fanime? So it seems like a lot of people are trying to do group projects more so now, but I don't know that they're working yet. Like,
Yeah.
until something comes out, I don't know that it's working yet. But I would like to see it work. I would like to see it succeed and become a thing, but
yeah.
fingers crossed at this
Yeah.
point. No more MAPs, please.
No more MAPs right now.
No.
No more.
It's just I think the last one I'm going to ever do any work for is the Endless Fantasy for that one person. Just because the song was too good for me to pass up.
I feel like I should finish all the ones that I'm obligated to finish, but at the same time, it might just not happen. Like, I'm pretty busy right now. So.
Like wasn't the Smooch MAP due this month?
Yeah, the 23rd, I think.
I don't know.
Oh no, I am not even close to done with
I
that.
haven't even started, so.
Me neither.
Oh no. Maybe she'll extend the date. Wink, wink.
Well, if no one submits a part, then probably.
I'm sorry, Maxine.
I don't think she's even started on her own part yet. So
Probably not. She's been busy.
yeah, everyone's pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Looking
MAP
forward
sound
to it,
better in theory.
Yeah.
They sound great when you're just planning them, but
Like wait. I can't wait for that. Oh, I can't wait for that.
that was the only one that I finished just because for some reason it ended up being a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But the rest of them was just like, I don't really feel like doing it.
And then Tenchi with all his part 12s.
And he's just like, part 12 isn't even funny anymore. Like, too many maths.
Yeah, even Tenchi doesn't want to do MAPs anymore.
Yeah, I know.
That's how you know it's getting bad.
I know he's working pretty hard on his own stuff, so
Yeah.
like and all his music. Like you know how he has this big long list that he's doing like a ton of stuff for other people. Like I don't understand. He's too nice. So
She's
nice.
So nice.
He is doing all these things. And then only like one thing for himself.
So true.
Anyway, pretty sure, yeah, we're over an hour now, so if there's any last minute things you guys want to mention very quickly.
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Season's episode 3 had a preview.
Nice. I actually didn't watch it, but I am always looking forward to seasons, so...
Desu Demon
definitely.
Honkers has an opening now.
I don't really know what that is, sorry. So sorry for the person who makes it.
Shattered Heaven
Looks pretty
released a
rad.
trailer.
Same with that. Don't really know. I didn't have time to look at everything.
I didn't see the trailer.
It was so-so.
Yeah.
Didn't really explain anything. Not the greatest trailer, admittedly. I wish I had more time to go into it, but I waited too long. Did I'm Not a Magical Girl not have an opening before?
Oh no.
Well, it has an opening now.
Yay!
Congrats.
Yay. Cool
Huzzah.
Emo Adventures now has an ending.
Yay!
Trying to look for the more significant things to talk about, more than just like, oh, a character card.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
There's a preview for the Rabbit Tier opening.
That's cute. So cute.
Actually, I didn't have the chance to watch that, but you know, like I always look forward to Melty stuff. Like I love Melty so much. It's why I made that huge reference. So
Does anyone know anything about Maho Nissan?
no.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, it's had a bunch of updates and stuff.
Then
Is that the one where it's like the guys? Or wait, no, that's the one where it's the guy and it's like two girls.
Sure.
I couldn't explain it quickly.
I'm sorry, person. I don't know.
Monster Hearts updated opening? Question mark. It already had an opening before.
Wait, I thought she quit Monster Hearts.
I think she did, yeah. But she
Well, she updated the opening.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always love Shishi stuff. Just gonna mention that too.
Same.
She's just an amazing artist. Like, how do you exist?
A lot of opening previews. Like, people are doing a lot of those now.
Well,
I'm not crazy about previews for openings, honestly.
I think I did them when I was making the opening, but that's more because I didn't have much else to show. So
Same.
I didn't really have the episode worked on at all.
I don't
so.
know. Opening's usually like a minute. sometimes 2 if you're crazy, but it's usually like a minute long, so it seems weird to me that people do previews for that. It's like, just finish the opening.
Standard time for an opening, at least in anime, is 1 minute and 30 seconds. So that's how long mine is, and same with endings.
Yeah,
so.
screw that, a minute.
Yeah, I kind of wish mine were just a minute, but I think actually season 2's opening for Magical Girl School, I think that's like, it's not that much shorter than 1 minute and 30 seconds, but it's still, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit shorter.
My advice to people for openings is usually make it as short as possible. But
Yeah.
that could just be me, but I feel like anything longer than a minute is way too long because I'm guaranteed, like I said, maybe it's just me, I'm never going to watch it more than once. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't care, so.
I think maybe like the first episode can have the long opening, and then maybe subsequent ones do like a shortened version.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Maybe I'll do that for season 2.
yeah, even if a show only releases an episode like twice a year, I'm still not going to watch the opening. Like,
I'll watch the opening if it's like really good, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if I like the song and I just want to hear the song, because sometimes that happens.
I never liked the song.
A lot of people gotta
You
go
never
for that
saw.
authentic anime feel.
Yeah.
See, the biggest thing about it for me is that when the opening is like, a minute 30 or 2 minutes, the episode is only 10 minutes long. So the opening is going to be like 10% of your entire episode.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
It's like that's a bit much. But
That's true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, because I actually did the math earlier. Now that I have 6 episodes, I technically have 1 hour of content for Magical Girl School, but subtracting the openings and endings, it's only 42 minutes. So
yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
yeah, so I technically have to make 2 more episodes for Magical Girl School to be an hour of
It's
episodes.
the same way for me though. Like my show is like it's like an hour and 20 minutes, I think. But if you take away the opening and endings, it's like maybe somewhere around an hour. I haven't done the exact math recently, but
Mm.
yeah, that's about it. We covered most of the major things. There were a lot of things to talk about. Obviously, we had 3 weeks, so there were definitely some things that did not get mentioned. Sorry to that, I guess. But yeah, it's been about an hour, a little bit more than an hour, actually. So, goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Wait,
Bye.
stop.
Wait, what?
What?
Thank you, Corey, for showing up and being a guest on the podcast.
Yes.
No problem.
Wait a
been really
minute.
fun.
You.
Was I ever introduced? I don't
Yes.
think I was. Okay.
You were.
Okay.
You definitely were.
For a second, I was like, wait a minute, have I just been talking and no one knows who I am?
Oh, wait, no.
The stranger in the podcast.
If you mean in
Hi,
this
guys.
particular
Sorry, I'm
podcast, you just
late.
kind of showed up. I don't know if we did a proper introduction this time,
Yeah.
but I'm talking
Oh,
about in
well.
general. You were introduced.
Yeah.
Previously, you were introduced.
Oh, you mean like the
For anyone who doesn't know, this is Shribbit. She makes Magical Girl School.
Yeah, as I've mentioned a few times.
You might have figured that out. Probably not, but
Oh.
so anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.